Hello.
Hi, Alex. Nice to meet you again. Samhita this side.
Yeah. Didn't get the last piece. He said, "Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again. Thank you." But the last piece I didn't get. Gonna wait a little bit. Are you guys coming to demo the what I was talking about? What was it? VS Code plugins. Do you know?
Yes, but I don't think this is for that one. So not today, I guess. Maybe for further meetings, they would. I'm not sure it's for today. Let me ask.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Aditi is here too. Hi, Aditi. Так, just start.
Hello, Alex. Hi.
Yeah, Aditya.
So, yeah, Uday sir won't be joining us today.
Who won't be joining?
Uday.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I can give a demo regarding Cardano VSC.
But I have a question for you then, is like, what is the outcome you expect from giving the demo?
Just to make people aware if there's anyone else in the meeting as well, but I think Samhita already knows. But just to make people aware about the extension and that they can use it. A lot of the time they ask for, links or places to go to start developing. So like Cardano VSC is something that's active and people can start working.
Yeah, I totally agree that the idea here is very much in line with what the developer experience group is supposed to do. And so your goal is to increase awareness about this project and to get more users to try it.
Yeah, like easily direct users over here, so they don't have to spend hours looking around places trying to find. Like there are a lot of repositories and extensions that might work, but they start getting outdated. Packages start getting outdated, so it becomes confusing to find which one is actually still working, which one is not.
That's why there's this thing sometimes where you have a lot of packages. One is like, we have Lucid.
Yeah.
Nobody says it's a nice piece of software, but everybody's using it because it was the first and it got popular. And so there's one of the things that we discuss with the OSC is how OSC can provide support for developers and projects. And so my opinion is one of the things to do is, and that was discussed in the working groups. So ideation is how things come to be. And then I think productization or something like this, incubation. So like from idea to end user product, which people use a plugin, how it becomes popular. And so I suppose it'd be great outcome if you added a pull request to developer experience working group repository proposing. I will just share. If you'd like to present it, and if you think it's a good idea, I think I can give you some feedback, and you can. I think it's a good idea to make a presentation here. And in general, just before even the presentation, I can tell you that probably it's best if you edit as a pull request. So I will just, So here is how I did it. So there's a tool that I've built a while ago, and I'm asking for its support in the OSC. So it's a pull request 56. And so there's, unfortunately, some text to write about it. So there's the PR description, and then there is I chose to add the README file as the only, so I just, so the idea is pull request is a mechanism for us to kind of say which projects get support. And so the idea was initially that you have a list, and the list is governed by GitHub or Git. And then if you use Git for governance, then there's a merge process, pull request review. And so we kind of like CIP editors do, we wanted to utilize this process for actually making like what goes forward. And so the idea so far why I did the pull request to the repository is that the text promised me that he will get these projects reviewed by the open source committee for eligibility, participation, and support programs. So if you want to, for example, have some marketing and suggestions and feedback on how to make the project more popular, that would be, I think, one of the good goals. And so if you had the proposal to support your project, it would be reviewed by people with executive power. I can give you some feedback, maybe if I can, on user experience and suggestions. But I think we already reviewed this project before, and so
yeah, it was still not complete. Like the debugger section and few things were not complete at that point.
Yeah, as you said before, also, like open source project is never complete. It's like a living, breathing thing. So the feedback loop there is people start using your software, your project. They find places where it doesn't work for them, or suggestions on how to improve it, and they open issues in your repository, and they submit pull requests, and then there's activity, and your project becomes more popular, used by more people. So the primary kind of performance metrics there are GitHub stars, forks, and how many people watch the project. And so, yeah, to increase visibility, I guess that's the best way, is to ask for support from the OSC for maintenance and improvement of your project. And that's how you expose the project to the people with the executive power, like the OSC members.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I also need some project.
What kind of project?
Open source.
Open source. Well,
Okay. How are you, Alex?
pretty good. I mean, civics takes a lot of my energy. I'm doing some development in the open source things. For example, just now with the developer experience working group, there's this. So I got this project to work on. It's very interesting and connected to what we do with the open source committee, because they published the. Can you see my screen?
Coming up, yeah. No,
So they published the paid open source model. And the idea there is that we can automate to some extent how people get paid for open source involvement with Cardano. And so we're not first people to think about this. And the open source committee is more of a paperwork entity. But then I met some people who are more of, like, let's build something. And so I got immediately interested in this repo MPFS. It's a kind of a research initiative with Cardano Foundation and just Intersect. I think some people are involved in Intersect as well. The idea there is that you have a it's called provenance. So track record of changes in the project or releases in the project, and we store this on chain. So we release a new version of a project, and something triggers something, and it gets a transaction gets submitted via the Cardano node. And so I want to test this thing because they say there's a smart contract system there that ensures integrity of the process. And
It's using Yasi, which I believe is the Java.
Yeah. And so I can. So here is like my thing I was working on, the developer experience thing at the moment. So this is the MPFS repository, and so it has this this build in Nix, which works on the Linux. If you have Linux system installed with the Nix installed, it's supposed to be working. But for me, if I do NixOS cannot run dynamically linked executables. And so if we look at the instructions, the whole dev kit is actually a bunch of Docker containers. And so it looks like a good kind of a DevX tool, because you have just a testing environment straight up in your computer with all the tools here. You get Indexer, Data Viewer, Cardano node. So it's a dev kit, but they all run via containers. And so I'm looking into how am I building, Docker, how am I using Docker Compose inside NixOS to build all this stuff? Because currently Nix thinks, oh, this is not a secure software. Because if you link executables dynamically, means something can be in the place of this archive, something else, malicious software. And then I think NixOS refuses to, or maybe it's just a conflict in how it works. So it won't allow me, and I've been banging my head against the wall for a week, even more, I think a month now, trying to run this, and I still don't understand how I could do this. I do have little steps of progress, but it's just my developer experience issue at the moment. Very frustrating.
Give me a sec. So that's good. Can share this link, what you're working on. Maybe can explore or check it if it is okay. And that's interesting.
No.
Yeah, if anything. And
I don't think any links at the moment.
Okay, fine. It's not possible. It's okay.
I guess
just
you can
thinking.
see this. This link. This you can see. I guess this link. This.
Whatever that appear or something.
Yeah.
Okay, if possible. Otherwise, yeah, maybe this the one. Now, what I was saying that for this developer experience session today, of course, not enough publicity and not enough people joining. So what shall we do? Just thinking. At natural, try one second. This. Yeah. What should we do, Alex? I mean, I think some of the developer, like we know Aditya, we know Samita, so I personally told them to join, but like we need to have people coming from the community in general, right? So that objective is not being fulfilled as of now.
I'm very confused here, as if like the metrics that we're using and the number of people joining. I'd rather have smaller sessions that move things forward than we have like 15 people and nobody can propose the agenda because so small. Big groups we're not a committee; it's a working group.
It's true, but then okay. I mean, there should be more diverse and community view on what are the challenges and what they need and things like that. So in other words, we need more community representation. You're right. You don't need kind of too many people, but is it fairly or nicely represented? Example, like now with this time zone, ideally we should have people joining from Japan, Vietnam, or India other location and things, but they're not, right?
I shared the news today. I am a little bit disconnected with the community in Vietnam because last month or just Vietnamese government blocked Telegram. So I can only now access Telegram with a VPN. And we
Oh, I didn't know that.
coordinated our activity with the Vietnam community via Telegram. And both Discord and Telegram are blocked in Vietnam now. So it's a bit of an issue. And I'm not sure how to. So I just thought today, oh my God, I have to share the news that the developer experience meeting is more accessible, because before 8 p.m. was quite difficult for me to, like late evening, I'm not very kind of focused. So much later in the day, it's difficult. And so I shared the news today. I hope maybe for some response and turnover next session. But Japan community.
No, that's surprising. And also, I suggest Aditya also to think, and I will also think, you also let's think on how we can get more representation. I mean, not huge crowd, but just a good representation which can enrich the developer experience. So one of my suggestion is that for the next meeting, which is going to be after 2 weeks, Aditya, you take the initiative that we can present from the Cardano India point of view the two tools developed. One is Cardano J, which is the Java kind of SDK, and another one be Cardano VSC, which we kind of presented earlier in small form, but we can put those as an agenda for the next meeting, and then we can give them 10 or 15 minutes kind of for that. Yes, Alex.
Just take you back a step a little bit. We discussed this with Aditya before you joined, and I think the best we can do to improve developer engagement with this group is by having success stories. People joined in and they got something that they wanted out of their involvement here. That's what drove me forward early in the days of the group, and we have to recreate this from time to time. And just as people bring their projects, our job as developer advocates is to make sure they get something for bringing the projects in the group. And so what I suggested last meeting, I don't remember where it was, but you were there, no? Or I pushed text to make a promise that if people add pull requests to developer experience working group, means at least the OSC can review them. And we can press text. I don't think he will mind, because they're looking for this stuff, to validate their program, the support program. So I made the promise to review the pull requests with the OSC. So I suggested to Aditya to look at the pull request that I submitted for Potential Robot as an example, and do the same thing for the projects that, as he said, he wants to expose people to and get engagement from the community. And so I think the best way to do this is to put them in front of the open source committee and ask for support. And we do this by, so first add the pull request to the developer experience working group, and then we will, I guess, we will have to push text to push this on the agenda of the OSC, because the text drives the agenda for the OSC, and we can tell him, hey, here is the thing, we want it reviewed, please get back to us to when open source committee can review the proposal to include this project in the support programs.
Okay, that's definitely, you should keep that as an agenda. So can we possibly prepare this kind of agenda, like 2-3 things, and prepare a potential marketing kind of message? Aditya can coordinate with you, and we can use a quant team to kind of build that graphics or the design. So with that, we can just publish on Twitter or LinkedIn and other places. We can drop on Discord as well. So let's have one kind of image which can have some of this agenda and objective and link to join for this meeting next week. I mean, after 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the pull request that I shared, I went through the process which we developed with the developer experience working group. So there's a little bit of writing there, but unfortunately, that's how Cardano works. You have to explain people the value of your work. And so there's like, you have to write the pull request description, which some people like Sagani didn't do that. And but at the time there was no discussion of the support of the work. And the text, I think, was just interested in testing the process. And now we need to approve the pull requests. And then so in the pull request description, and so I chose not to add my project, but I chose so far to keep it in my account and not try to add it to Intersect account, but just add a README file which says, here is the proposal to support this project, link to my personal repository. And this is why support of this project is important. And so what I suggested Aditya to read through what I wrote there and to describe the work that you guys did in the same way so that we can put this pull request in front of the OSC if the OSC is like on text tells us this is the day to review with the OSC. And so we can just show in the meeting, share the screen. Here is the proposal, and this is what we want.
Yeah. So we are mixing two things. One is, of course, some of the things we want to achieve with OSC. So, of course, we take it in a separate session. But from the developer experience group, when the more developers join, how we take them through the process. So we can share with them that we are working in this developer experience group, that the developers can create the pull request and, they can add the things. And so we are working on the process. We can explain the objective and what we're working on it. So that excite the new developers or the existing developers. So that's something, it's one agenda we can add there. And parallelly, we need to work with OSC to get agreed, or so agreed as you say mostly, but make it working on other things.
Yeah, so I guess I can take an action item. So the next meeting will be on July 16th. I'm gonna then just put a reminder on Thursday, the week before that, on 10th. Message Udai to sync up on what we are going to do with the DevX meeting on 16th. And so we will kind of see how things go with the text on the OSC. And if we see that there's, I guess it's just about, if we try to do this right now, we may be wasting energy. One of the things to review with the OSC is how we promote the projects, as you said, like sharing in Discord, sharing on Twitter. And so we could ask Tex, for example, just you could message him and say, hey, Tex, here is the project I want to promote. Please share information about it via the OSC Twitter. Or we could actually ask Tex to record, or we could convene and record demo and the presentation for some of the projects, and also ask Tex to share them via the YouTube channel. I think these two best ways to increase visibility of your work is to Twitter and the YouTube channel for the OSC. But we have to record then for YouTube. We have to record the presentation. Maybe just we can. I guess it's a good idea to convene specifically for the purpose outside of the scope of the group.
Yeah.
So we can do it with Aditya. I would like to present a potential robot which I built. And so we could have two sessions with Aditya where we kind of feedback each other and record it as a video. And send to Tex.
Just adding that I will drop, if you guys want to continue on any discussion. The turnout is the same as before. So this time change has not helped much. But hopefully we can do more publicity for the next one and we can get. But meanwhile, I would say, we need to continue these initiatives and let's do best possible way. I think from the next meeting onward, I will be full hour available. Today, sorry, I have some quite other conflict of meetings, but I'll be available, and maybe Aditya can participate more, and Samita and other team members also can start participating more from the next meeting onward. That's one agenda on my side, but also, we need to involve other developers from different communities. So a better representation, I would say, that's kind of the idea there. So I'll leave you three together here to continue any more discussion, but I need to drop. Okay.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. So yeah, I guess easy way to go, if Aditya, you would kind of write in just maybe, not sure how to organize this, but yeah, so to have a Twitter post, I guess they would go first if you would have interview with Tex and record the presentation for the projects with Tex, because this is what's been done before. And then from there would be a short text for the Twitter, which describes the why, or like promotes your work. I'm gonna try and do that in the upcoming weeks. I'm not sure. I'm just not pushing it because I'm just, I guess OSC will just move in its own pace, and then I will be able to, because I stay with them most of the time, I will be able to just do it in the right moment and say, yeah. Because also Potential Robot is a small project, but it has some backing with Helios. In Helios, some developers are also active in the community and have some merit. And we've dealt with the open source committee before. I presented some things there, and it's a good path to increasing visibility and success of the projects. So the goal should be to review the work with the OSC, and for kind of I don't have actionable steps for you so far. I will just have to take actions for me to, so how to promote our work via OSC and DevX. So one is record presentation with text, and the second is a representation for YouTube, and share the project via OSC X account. I'm gonna, I have to, we'll look into how to do that before the next meeting, and so the last deadline is to the next meeting is to come back with a reasonable answer on that stuff. I will message Text or just call him in a short, like maybe this week, to discuss this stuff.
Yeah, sure. I can raise a pull request by today, so like by tomorrow it will be done, the pull request thing.
Yeah, sure.
And, apart from that, regarding the YouTube video and discussion with Tex, I guess I'll reach out with you when you're.
We have to be quick about it because we have now more projects to review and promote, yours and mine at least. And so no time to waste. Okay, I'm gonna just then. After the call, I will reach out to Tex. I will just book him right now. Cal.com. Tex, half an hour meeting. So tomorrow at, let's say, 6 p.m. Alex. So the subject is to to Volkswagen project support record video show about to YouTube and so discuss using OSC tube and X account. Just 8. Okay. All right, so I'm meeting text tomorrow to discuss this and how we can do this better, or how we can do this at all.
Yes, I'll reach out to you through Discord because we are connected in Discord, right?
Yeah, sure. Discord works. Yeah, Discord works best.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you.
Any other subjects to talk about with the developer experience?
No, not really. Nothing else as such. I did have one question. Like, usually developer experience, like I was looking into other blockchains and things. So, like, is it meant to be through pull request, or is developer experience like the GitHub owners are supposed to update the links? Like, how does that work? Like over here, though, it is through pull request, right? Like any project needs to raise a pull request and then they can put their project there. But usually there is like a list of projects like Lucid and these important projects that you can see, and then there are additional projects and things.
I'm not sure still. We are working this out, right? Because that's a big question, and the thing about transparency and Intersect, how do project get support? Because we used to have Catalyst, and we still, I hope, have Catalyst. And one of the things with the OSC and Intersect was that some initiatives are not very good. It's not easy to support them with Catalyst, but at the same time, they are quite needed in the ecosystem. And so we talked about how Intersect could be used for that. And so my original understanding was that, and it seems to be kind of what's happening at the moment, so that open source committee helps, may help projects that they see as valuable. The details there is just we want to use GitHub. 'Cause just like everybody likes this process, and some like many developers are familiar with Git as a tool. But I don't. I'm advocating also for using this kind of process where we submit pull requests, and then the pull requests get reviewed in the meeting, for example, or asynchronously by the people. Well, there's also a nice thing that there's a way to regulate easily who gets the executive power here. Because if you are a maintainer and have merge rights to the repository, and the Git allows to control for that. So that's kind of what I'm advocating for, but not sure it's going to end up as the kind of way to go about it. So far, as why I'm suggesting is because we agreed, as I understand, that this is the process we're following through at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and not much else from me. I was just curious about that little question, but apart from that, no other questions. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess if we don't have anything else to discuss, there's no point in staying online.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you,
session.
guys. Yeah. Let's move this forward and get like the best out of it for everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.